一名成人睇住一個孩子進行探客活動。標題：反思已重新開始。標題：反思已重新開始。STEAM 初學者。屏幕上 Casey Federico， 早期幼兒導師及教學內容專家。
Tinkering provides an important opportunity for us to see children's play and exploration in new ways.
一名成人用平板電腦拍攝咗一個孩子進行影子故事探客嘅照片，並將照片展示俾孩子睇。平板電腦上嘅特寫畫面顯示咗孩子們用木板搭建嘅情景記錄。
When we make time to document the process and reflect on children's playful explorations, learning through tinkering is made visible.
熒幕上 Ryan Carrada， Sonoma 縣教育局 TK 教師及 STEAM 教學教練。
I believe that documentation is an act of giving value to what kids are saying and doing. We are elevating the voice of kids when we document.
Documenting tinkering helps us appreciate children's theories, come up with new ideas for our facilitation, and consider next steps in the tinkering process.
探客活動記錄文件示例，屏幕圖片，有趣嘅探索活動照片，牆上有好多照片，展示咗孩子們如何參與有趣嘅探索，或者關於佢哋喺探客中嘅進展。
Examples of tinkering documentation might include a series of photographs showing how children engaged in playful exploration or their progress as they tinkered. A cell phone video of an engaging experience or a child's description of their investigation.
屏幕圖片，兒童探究視頻。兩名學齡前兒童喺戶外玩耍，裝飾一個大紙箱。一名成人喺一旁觀看，並喺夾紙板上做記錄。
One thing I found that works is to set up a camera and just film everything that's going on.
屏幕上 Jennifer Hawkins Yerba Buena Gardens 兒童發展中心學前主講老師。講者坐喺幼兒環境中。
And then I can go back and review it again later. And I am always astounded at all the things I didn't see, all the things that I thought I saw that might have been something else.
講者觀察並同外邊嘅孩子交談，佢哋正在規劃以及建造由排水溝渠以及塑料軌道組成嘅坡道。
All the opportunities that I might have missed to step in, but also all the opportunities that it's like, oh, wow, we really talked about this thing. That's amazing. And you also really notice so many things that you could choose to pick up on next time.
I can leave a video up while kids are doing a tinkering experience and going back and taking screenshots from it, taking written notes. Because as we know in a busy classroom, it's really hard to do everything. So I found the power of video with documenting and going back and looking for those golden nuggets that I can hang on to plan my next experience with them.
屏幕圖片，一個孩子嘅談話記錄。
A journal entry of what the child said and your observations.
When I did, as an adult learner, like participated in the balance and then had to go back and do the drawing.
筆記簿上一頁顯示咗老師嘅素描及筆記。
I was first of all amazed at how much I remembered. I didn't think I would remember all the little bits and bobs and pieces that I did, but it really just the act of drawing brought it all back, and then I clearly remembered some of the problems that I encountered and some of the solutions that I came up with. It was kind of a profound moment. And I've observed the same thing with the children.
講者觀察並同外邊嘅孩子交談，佢哋正在規劃以及建造。
It surprised me when children were drawing from memory things that they had created, not just how much they remembered. That also surprised me.
一個孩子畫咗帶有幾個圓圈嘅坡道，仲附上自己嘅注釋，呢個係我做嘅坡道，我用膠帶做嘅。呢個圓圈係膠帶。背後係兩個場景，孩子們指住並描述佢哋嘅繪畫。
But the way that they were able to be eloquent about problems that they encountered or what they were thinking at the time, that some of them I might have seen and noticed, but a lot of times I wasn't aware, even when I was watching, what they were really trying to do or what their purpose was or what their goal. So in the drawing and then talking about the drawing, to me, it allowed them to communicate their ideas much more eloquently and deeply. And then I then understood them as a learner, what they might be working on and how I could next make a new plan and move them forward.
屏幕上 Florida Mojica Transbay 兒童發展中心主要學步儀教師，講者坐喺幼兒教室內，講者與一個正在進行影子故事嘅孩子玩耍，牆上記錄顯示咗一個孩子喺鏡子盒子中實驗滾動球嘅照片及評論。
I believe documentation is a very good learning tool to make children's learning visible. And from there, I was able to revisit and reflect on what's the next step that I'm going to provide them to support their learning.
Tinkering documentation focuses on process, not product. Because of this emphasis on process, our documentation often captures messy, unfinished, or failed attempts.
兩個孩子喺室內一張台前面工作，台上放住一大堆材料，包括球、管子、洗衣夾及沙漏。一個孩子喺室外嘗試喺一個網球上平衡木塊，但冇成功。
Moments of frustration can offer great opportunities for reflection and learning.
屏幕圖片反思探客過程。
Once you have documentation to review, a few simple questions can help you reflect on the tinkering process.
屏幕圖片，你注意到乜嘢？呢個意味住乜嘢？跟住落嚟你會點做？
First, what do you notice as you look at the documentation? And what do you notice differently now than you did when you were facilitating? Second, how do you make sense of what is going on? What problem do you think the child or children are trying to solve? And what makes you think that? And finally, what could you try next? What new materials or prompts might support children to continue their creative thinking, problem solving, or inventiveness?
一個孩子喺一個有剪裁圖案嘅盒子內玩光源。屏幕上 Jean Gonzalez Quartz Valley 印第安人保留地嘅家庭托兒照顧者，講者坐喺家庭環境中，講者觀察並幫助孩子玩燈光圖案。
By watching the kids when they're tinkering is how I decide what materials to use with which child because of the difference in age. We'll be doing it and it's right in the middle of the project. I'm like, oh, that's not working. Let's take that away. Next time we won't use that. And I have to think about what I can do next time that's going to be a lot easier with the younger ones maybe and not with the older ones.
一個成年人喺電腦上輸入筆記，兩個成年人一邊睇平板電腦上嘅記錄照片，一邊商議。
Documentation and reflection can be done on your own, but reflecting with a colleague or another adult adds a new perspective and may deepen your thinking.
各種場景顯示成年人會喺一張台旁邊制定計劃，並喺一張大紙上做筆記。屏幕上 Melissa McLeod Quartz Valley 印第安人保留地家庭托兒照顧者，講者坐喺幼兒環境中。
Tinkering has helped open my mind and it's helped me by listening with the other educators on how to maybe present it better or help to facilitate it a lot better.
Creating a culture of reflection where children and teachers and everybody involved can think about their own work, their own thinking, to have this process of sharing ideas and going back and reflecting on, oh, I wonder why I did that, or why didn't I do that, or could I do this, or it's just an extremely important part of learning.
講者同喺戶外設計同建造坡道嘅孩子們交談。
Part of the culture of reflection is about valuing children's ideas. So if we are valuing their ideas, we're able to be more effective teachers. We're able to teach to what they want to learn and make them be more effective learners, but also helping parents and the community, see these ideas, these amazing ideas.
屏幕圖片，重新開始下一次探客調查。
After reflecting on the documentation, you might consider the following ways of relaunching the next investigation.
圖形標題順序，側重孩子們嘅新想法，調整材料嘅組合， 提供一個與前一個活動相關嘅新活動。
Focus on a specific idea that emerged in the children's investigations. Adjust the set of materials to support new ideas that children want to explore.
Seeing themselves at work, it just makes them glow. We have their pictures around them in the classrooms, and children can go to it and reflect and say, hey, this is me, this is what I was doing. And they're so proud when they tell their parents, oh, that's my painting, that's my picture, that's my friend. It makes all the difference in the world for them.